want to thank everyone for taking out this time to be part of us with this program. And we want to ensure that we'll properly manage time, as well as to ensure that the best will be delivered during this training. Once more, I'm going to be moderating this program, and I'll be your host, as well as we have other dignitaries who will be present with us in this program. And on behalf of NSC, we'll be having Engineer Margaret Uguntala, who is the Deputy President of NSC, and she will be joining us in this program. So, however, I want to welcome you all for taking out this time to be part of this great initiative being led by the able NUESA National President Chukwudubem and his team. I want to encourage you all to take this training very seriously, as nothing will be taken for granted. Please, like I earlier stated before the beginning, all participants are encouraged to mute your microphones. And we should also note a lot of persons are on the waiting room waiting to be part of this meeting. So please, if you don't mute your mic, we'll do you a favor such that you have to follow us on YouTube or as well as Facebook. Please, those who will be with us, please try to keep all your devices muted. It is very, very important and essential, please. Thank you very much. At this stage, we'll be moving to the safety brief of the program. We'll be moving to the safety brief of this program. Please mute your microphones. We'll be moving to the safety brief. As engineers, there is need. I don't know. Can you change it to the next slide for the safety, please?
All right.
Yeah. So we are all welcome. We should understand that safety is like a lock, but we all are the key. So as this session will be going on, we encourage each and everyone to understand that there is going to be earphone hazard. So I encourage you to take our volume to the volume of your earpiece to the loudest. In case you're using headsets, as well as screen is not directly facing your eyes, and reduce the brightness. Please lean yourself straight forward, head to shoulders. Please keep focused these safety rules, as well as I want you all to know the locations for which there are fire alarm systems, as well as fire extinguishers in your home. Take note of these devices, which will ensure and enhance your safety, so that at the end, in case there is an emergency, we'll all be safe and be protected during this program. At this level of the program, I want to welcome the National President in the person of Chukwudubem Anointing, who will be presenting the welcome address to the various dignitaries who are in this program, as well as the participants, and a key word for us all while we listen to him. Please stay tuned with us as we all focus to this training. We will not waste your time as we do this part to kick on straight to the program. Thank you very much. Mr. President, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you very much.
Oh, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I believe we can see the screen. A welcome address by Chukwudubem Anointing Chukwudi, NUESA National President, on computer programming training. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The issue of personal development and skill acquisition is pertinent to the leadership of NUESA. And that's why we are doing everything in our capacity to ensure that the students acquire some skills that will not only be beneficial to them while in school, but after school. The ASUU ongoing strike action shouldn't be an opportunity to while away time, but rather engage ourselves in things that will develop us individually, hence the essence of this training. It's obvious to many that the world is advancing into digitalization at a high pace. Programming skills is one that is essential for everyone, as you cannot be specific of where to find yourself in the future, but you need to be prepared in order not to be disappointed. In a special way, I want to thank our mommy who has never failed us each time we call on her, Engineer Margaret Uguntala, FNSC, Deputy President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, and to everyone who has seen this as an opportunity to advance their personal development. You've all made the right choice. Ensure you are attentive to grab every detail from the facilitator and ask questions where necessary. Best regards, Chukwudubem Anointing Chukwudi, NUESA National President. Thank you and stay tuned. Moderator, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very, very, very much, sir. And God bless you for your capacity leadership. In short, indeed, with your leadership, NUESA is really taking the heights which has not been done in the decades. However, we want to applaud you for this great initiative, and we continue to encourage you and your team to continue to do much more. So at this stage, we'll be moving to one of the greatest dignitaries who is in our midst, and who is the second in command when it has to do with the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And that person is no other person than our mommy, Engineer Margaret Oguntala. Immediately after she declares this program open, we will be welcoming the trainer who will be taking on the training. So once the training commences, please, like we earlier stated in the beginning, we'll be conscious with time management. 12 o'clock on the dot, we are ending with the training for day one. As well, the training will continue all through to Friday. Some details had been sent concerning the training in the various platforms. Please, I hope we had downloaded the softwares as well as the applications, as well as the IDME, which are needed for this training. Please, let's all stay tuned and listen as I welcome our own great mommy, Engineer Margaret Oguntala, to take on the podium to address us at this time. Ma, you are welcome. I don't know if you are with us. Please, Ma, can you address us?
I'm here.
Thank you,
Good
Ma.
morning.
Thank you. You are on.
Good morning, mommy.
Good morning, the President, Nigerian Universities Engineering Students Association, NUESA, the National Executive Committee. I know that you also have zonal leaders and everybody. Good morning. I must start by commending you for this very, very laudable initiative. I've always said that the future belongs to the young ones. And I also say that the future is now. I couldn't be more right. I mean, going by what you guys are doing today, that you could even think of a better way to spend your time than roaming the streets because of ASUU strike is beyond me. I mean, I don't know how to express my feelings, put my feelings into words, you know, to appreciate you and to commend you for this very good initiative. The training, again, is something that it's on a topic that is germane and topical. You know, it's the way forward. It's about the only way that you can develop yourself in the present times. So I congratulate you for this very, very, very laudable program. As for the facilitator, I'm very grateful on behalf of NUESA that you would want to do this. And I can see that we have exceeded the 100 participants already. So I can imagine how many more people are itching to come in. And so that also shows the acceptability of the program and how serious-minded you guys are. So, and it also gives me the confidence that you are indeed ready to take over the reins of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and move it to much greater heights than we ever had. So on this note, Engineer Margaret Oguntala, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, declare this 2-week training open for the benefit of Nigerian students, for the benefit of Nigerian engineers and our nation. Thank you very much. Now we time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, mommy. We appreciate.
Thank you very, 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 very much. That was the presentation of the opening remark by our own mommy, that is the Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in the person of Engineer Margaret Oguntala. But we want to appreciate you for these kind words. The words are not just going on stone ears, but however, we believe that they are going to fall on soil and they are going to yield fruit. At this stage, we are handing over directly to the person who will be taking on the training, and that is in the person of Moh'd Ak Yerima. I don't know if Yerima is on call. Can you correspond with me? Can you hear me? Yerima,
Yes.
are you on?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, please, next slide. So let me just welcome him officially to the to take on the
I'm
training.
sorry, do you mind if I exit so that one more person can come in? Please.
Yeah,
you are
you're
free.
free,
It's important
man.
that we allow
You are
another
free,
person
ma.
to come in. Okay.
It's okay,
thank
ma.
you.
You're free. You will get the link on YouTube,
All
so
right.
you can follow us in case you don't mind. Okay, thank you, ma.
Great. I'll do
So
that.
Moh'd Yerima is the.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Yeah. Moh'd Ak Yerima is the R&D officer at Boplas Industry Limited. He's a full stack developer. He has more than 6 years experience in automation, robotics, data science, AI, machine learning, and big data. This is not just his complete profile. This was actually summarized just for the benefit and for the purpose of this program that he will be training us on. Please, may we all take this seriously as I hand over this training and this podium at the moment to Mr. Yerima. Please, you have the floor, sir. We will stop sharing our screen and we'll make you a co-host so you have the podium to be able to share screen as well as share whiteboard and take charge of the presentation. By 5 minutes to 12, I will step in just to remind you of time so that by 12 on the dot, we can stop. So while this training will be going on, a poll will be shared through for us to choose. Some persons were proposing that the training should be held in the evening from 9 p.m. to 10, which I already discussed that with the facilitator. So a poll will be set through. Just feel free to choose the option best suited for you. At the end, the majority will be chosen and will work straight with you. Thank you all very much. Mr. Yerima, you have the floor, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here and teach you guys the basic of programming using Python. Well, I thank the NUESA team for giving me the privilege to teach you guys. So let me share my screen. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Wow, sorry for the disappointment. I'm having a very bad network from where I am right now, actually.
I believe you've sorted that out, sir.
Okay.
All right. I hope you can see the screen. I just shared the file.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the screen. I can actually see the screen.
Okay, when you want me to next it, just notify me.
Okay, just go to the objective part of the class. Wow, nice one. So you guys are welcome. I'm actually sorry for the disappointment. So this is a one-week computer programming bootcamp or crash course organized by NUESA in order to teach you guys the introductory part of programming. So before we proceed further, I would like us to get to know what is programming. Right, next slide, please. So what is programming? Programming is actually the process of creating a set of instructions that tell a computer how to perform a task. So programming is literally you telling your computer, like, do this task for me, do that task for me. You understand? So programming can be done using a variety of computer programming languages like Python, JavaScript, C++, and whatever. So basically, programming is like giving your computer command to execute a task for you or to do a job for you. Next slide. No, back please, back please. Top reasons. Actually, there's an image in this slide. Oh, maybe it disappeared.
Okay.
So anyway, Sha, so these are the we have top 6 reasons why you should learn to code in 2022. So in case you haven't noticed, the role of technology. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So in case you haven't noticed, the role of technology has changed quite a bit in the last 20 years or so, right? Hello?
Yeah, we are with you. Just go ahead.
Okay. There's an image actually in this slide. I would like the students to have a look at the images.
The image is not showing from the slide you shared. So maybe after the lesson, you just attach it before we send it out.
Is this the image? Just
Yes.
check. There's an image displaying now.
Okay. All right. So the first reason why you need to learn programming is attractive salaries, right? The good news for computer programmers is that most jobs you'll be interested in with your new skill pay well. So in fact, the median salary of computer programmers in Nigeria ranges between 2 million to 6 million per year. So of course, salaries may play a very, very vital role. So because technology doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon, we all know that. So learning to code also has the ability to increase your earning potentials. So you could get a rise in your salary, or you can be able to explore other careers or opportunities, or you can be able to start your own side hustle. Well, next slide. Next slide, please. Next page. You can be able to have valuable skills. So computer programming is a desirable skill. So because so much of our world is automated online these days. So, sorry, someone just complained that the audio is breaking.
That should be
The audio is not breaking. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Clearly.
Go ahead.
Okay. So computer programming is actually a desirable skill because so much of our world is automated online. So as a computer programmer, you will write and test code to create like websites, software programs, right? Build applications, and then bring all your imaginations to reality. So with that said, coding skill can improve how you do your businesses. This is actually a valuable potential to you and to employees as well. So for instance, let's take an e-commerce, for example. An e-commerce business owner not only needs a website, but they need someone to collect data about how users interact with their pages and maybe modify page elements accordingly and leading to increased sales down the road. So even if you're a non-coding role, like even if you are in a non-coding role, knowing how to write code can be of use, can be of benefit to you. So for instance, maybe you may have a degree in biology and work with a research lab. So knowing how to code will allow you to participate in application and software development for your company as well, and other private sectors and government agencies as well. So let's say, for example, let's say psychologist. So a psychologist who knows how to code may be able to maybe create a mobile app to help people monitor their depression, their anxiety, maybe their PTSD. So programming skill is actually handy. So common skills of effective computer programmers are like, you can have proficiency at least in one programming language, like Python, for example, in this course. You can have problem-solving skills, logic and critical thinking skills, attention to detail and focus. You can be able to master effective communication, and lifelong learners excited by new technology as well. So next slide. So as a programmer, you can choose from many jobs out there. So there are plenty of programming jobs for you to pursue in the world of technology these days. Perhaps maybe you like to spend an entire day writing code from home, then you can do that as well. So you can also use your programming knowledge to drive business decisions. So some popular jobs that require coding are maybe software application developers, front-end developers, web developers, back-end developers. So you see, you have the flexibility to choose from whatever job that you want to be doing. Next slide, please. Oh, working from home. We all know that the coronavirus has affected all our lives. And nowadays, most of our work are done remotely and we work from home. So technology jobs, especially within the emerging startup culture, are well known for their flexibility, and you can be able to work from home as a programmer. So depending on the company you're using or you're working with, this could look like unlimited vacation time for you because you're going to be working from home, or maybe telecommunicating from another state or country. You all have this flexibility of doing your work at your comfort. Next slide, please. So you have flexible working hours. Flexible working hours, where many programmers work flexible hours since all they need is a laptop and an internet connection. So companies usually have core hours where the team is required to log on for collaboration and meetings. So tech companies that implement flexible working hours are less concerned where you are, but they are rather concerned that you get their work done. So if you are a self-motivated high achiever who doesn't do well with micromanaging, then you may love programming work as well. So since programmers work on computers most of the day, it is a great job to do via remote work. The benefit of technology is that companies can now hire teams globally. So no longer are they hiring just local talents anymore. Companies can be able to hire talents from like globally. So they have the ability to, they can hire the best of the best from anywhere actually in the world. So next slide, please. So this is actually the amazing part, expressing your creativity with code. So learning to code can not only allow you to give machines the instruction to work, but it also teaches you abstract thinking. You understand? It teaches you abstract thinking. You're thinking like machine. So it gives you this capability of abstract thinking and problem solving as well. So programming knowledge gives you problem solving skills and creativity. These are the key to becoming a successful computer programmer, of course. So, but in order to do so, you need to learn how to, speak computer or machine language. Although coding somehow may appear like mathematical or rigid and even sometimes boring. So learning and applying coding is definitely going to allow you to use your creativity to come up with maybe innovative ideas. Maybe you have an application in mind. Maybe you want to design app for your business. Maybe you want to create an app maybe for managing your work, be able to track and locate criminals. So the opportunities are endless. You can be able to do whatever you want with programming. So when programmers are tasked with a problem, it is up to them to come up with a solution. They can basically start with a blank screen with the big picture in mind. So they use both creative solving problem and logical thinking in order to achieve their goals. And one thing to note is that understanding your preferred coding language and how it relates to the task at hand forces you to dive headfirst into your problem and solve for the best outcome. So, okay, someone is asking, can someone design an Android app with Python? Yeah, basically, you can be able to design an Android application with Python. So, next slide, please. Ahead. 5 reasons why Python is good for beginners. So, let me give you a little story on that. Well, new beginnings are always exciting, like be it starting a college, or maybe joining a new sport team, or let's say, for example, selecting your first bike, or selecting your first computer, or learning a new skill. But new beginning can make us anxious sometimes, especially when these are related to our careers. So a similar case can be made when someone decides and wants to learn how to code. Like you're going to be asking yourself, like, which language do I need to choose? Which one is beginner friendly? Like, how long will it take to learn the language, etc. So some of the questions that pop up is, when venturing into a new space the first time to do this stuff, well, you may surf the internet looking for the best programming language for you to start. So as a beginner, you might make a mistake while choosing the right programming language for you to start with. So this is where we're going with Python. And these are the top 5 reasons why Python is suitable for beginners. To begin with, Python is actually a high-level programming language like Java, C++, PHP, and Perl. So unlike a lot of languages, Python is always in demand. You understand? Python is always in demand these days. So credit can be given to one of the best communities we have online. And according to Stack Overflow, the fastest growing programming language is Python. Actually, there are plenty of programming languages out there that are beginner friendly, but yet Python's clarity and simplicity makes it one of the preferred options even by expert programmers. So the first reason why you need to learn programming, why Python is suitable for beginners, is easy to learn. Easy to learn. The syntax of various other programming languages might seem very confusing to you when you just start coding. But the minimal setup and readability of Python allows you to think like a programmer, and it saves you a lot of time writing a big syntax. Syntax is basically the rules governing a language, rules behind a language. So the syntax of this amazing language is so easy, and this makes it easier to type and compile, even though Python is an interpreted language. So for example, if you want to write a program, let's say a program that displays hello in Java, it takes like 4 to 5 lines of code to write such a program in Java. But in Python, all you need to do is just define a print statement, and then you put whatever that you want Python to print for you in the terminal. It takes just a single line of code to achieve the same result, but it takes 4 lines of code to 5 lines in Java. So you see, Python is actually simple. The second one is it has readily available resources to learn. So Python is an open source language, which is free and can be used by basically anyone. So the internet is filled with a lot of Python courses and tutorials, which provide you a broad scope of opportunity for beginners to actually hit and try. So the third one is, sorry, can you go? Okay, the third one is extensibility behavior of Python. For the benefit of beginners, extensibility in software and language refers to the ability of the software to extend. Ability of the software to what? To extend, to include new additions with minimal to no change in its existing code base. So you can be able to extend it with minimal to no change in the existing code. So let me put it again, like it is the measure of how easily a new behavior can be added to an existing behavior. So if you're programming in Python, you can basically add an existing behavior. You can add a new behavior to an existing behavior so easily, unlike other programming languages. So the next one is Python is best known for its versatility. Yes. Python's versatility helps developers narrow down into their niche, right? And select one or two in which they are most confident. So basically, Python is a language that can be used in a range of different environments like web development, Android development, data science, game development, and artificial intelligence as well. So it has community that allows you to learn from experts. So once learning phase is over and you start coding with Python, you are definitely going to get into a problem. So Python has a very large community that allows you to connect with professional Python programmers to solve your problem. Next slide, please. So no, we should go back. We should go back. Installing Python on your machine. So due to the poor network that I'm having down here, I think I have shared I've designed a PDF document for you guys that is going to guide you on how to install Python on your machine, and as well I've shared an Android app with the host. So I hope he has shared the app with you guys. So maybe in our next class we are going to cover installing Python on our machine, because I'm finding it so difficult over here to share my screen due to poor network. You all know how networks behave here. So next, please. So writing our first Python program. Okay, let me try sharing my screen. If I'm able to share my screen, then maybe we'll write our first Python program, and then maybe give you guys some assignments. Let me try sharing my screen. Okay, host has disabled participants sharing screen. Please allow me to share my screen with you guys.
Now try it again now.
Okay. Be able to see my screen?
No, we can't see it. Well, I think this is what we should do. Let's just go ahead with the training. Then after that of today, we'll sort stuffs out against tomorrow to ensure that we don't encounter such difficulties next time.
Can you just reshare the slide from your end? Let him continue with the presentation. Then the next class for tomorrow will be able to. But from tomorrow, the classes will be taking place from 9 p.m. to 10. So please, let's take note of that. However, let's just see, bear with.
Tomorrow, I think 9 to 10 is too early. People are going to church.
In the evening, 9 to 10 in the night.
All right, copied. Thank you, sir.
Let me call him so he can stop trying to share and then join us.
I think he had issues and he's logged out. He's trying to join back.
Hello. Can we put it now? Hello? Can we put it now? Now? Okay.
Yeah, no one is hearing any sound for now. So please be patient while we wait for the presenter to join back. I believe he had an issue.
Can you hear me? Hope you are doing well. Can we quote it now? Can we quote it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
I can
Please,
hear you.
am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Please, everyone should mute their mic. Please. Mute your mic. I wouldn't like to kick anyone out of this, please.
Okay.
I think the presenter has joined us back. Let's hold and listen to him, please.
Okay. So I was unable to share my screen with you guys due to poor network that I'm having from where I am. So I think it will not be possible for me to share my screen with you guys today. But in our next class, we are going to write some few Python programs. So where we are going to be covering Python operators, data types in Python, conditionals, functions, classes in Python. So we're going to cover them all. Actually, I would have loved to share my screen and show you guys some cool programs that you can be able to do with Python, or maybe even share some of my machine learning and artificial intelligence project with you guys, but I was unable to share my screen. So I think it's actually impossible to I think the slide has ended, right? First. So actually we are supposed to write our first programs, and then after that I planned on giving you guys maybe patient data collection exercise where you're going to be collecting patient data and then storing it in your computer system, so that at the end of this course we are going to be collecting some online patient data, and then we'll be analyzing it and then maybe visualizing it. So, but we couldn't do that because of the network. So, but I will share some assignments with the host. So later on, maybe in the forums, we are going to be sharing some assignments for you guys, and maybe I'll design a cheat sheet that you can use to learn before our next class. So I think that will be it. So please, I recommend you guys to be consistent. Though programming, when you start learning to code, it's actually boring, but it actually pays off. So I recommend you guys to like stick to your maybe I'll be sharing some PDF files with you. So I recommend you guys to stick with it. You should always search the internet for more stuff concerning Python before our next class.
Oh, thank you very, 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 very much, Moh'd Yerima. Indeed, it was a great presentation today, and we really appreciate this because this is, for those who know what Python costs, this is a training that is cost not less than $1,500 just to learn it. But you have been able to devote your time to be with us, to dish out this wonderful knowledge for free, not just the knowledge, and actively take the participants who are registered for this program through the training. Yes. Now, we want to thank you all for the time, and we also apologize that we didn't really keep to time. We were supposed to end by 12 on the dot, but the reason for the additional increment of 5 minutes was because of the network error. Errors. However, we didn't envisage this because when we did the test run in the night, the presenter was not at his present location. So, but however, he will be presenting from home where he has a better network, as we earlier checked out that and verified. So from tomorrow, 9 to 10 will be the time for the training. So please, let's note, those who are able to come early, they'll be able to hook up with us through Zoom, while those who can't meet up early will only have to join us either through YouTube or Facebook. So please, thank you all. The exercises will be sent, will be shared to us through the various platforms. If you have any question, please feel free to drop it in the platform and it will be reached out to the presenter. In case anyone have any question to ask, we'll just take 4 minutes for that so that we have a little bit of interaction since this is just the first training. So please, just within 4 minutes, so that by 10 minutes after 12, we're ending the program on the dot. So please, if there is any question, we can feel free to ask now to the presenter. Thank you.
Okay.
Anyone having anything to say?
So if you have
I'm seeing a hand up. Yeah, a Mimi Lucky, you can talk. Unmute your microphone and talk. Or Mimi Michael Lucky.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to please ask if this Python can be used in place of what's it called? Excel. It can be used the same way use Excel to visualize data and stuff like that. ID Python that we're asked to download, the file was very large. I want to ask if it's that large so that we know whether I'm actually downloading the right thing. It's around over 300 MB. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, PyCharm is actually built specifically for Python. It is embedded with a lot of useful functions. So it's actually very heavy. So I think PyCharm is almost 300 to 400 megabytes. But once you download, and I recommend you to download the community edition, please, because that one is free. So, and you can actually use Python. You can connect Python with Microsoft Excel. You understand? You can simply import your data from Excel to Python, analyze it, maybe clean it, and maybe visualize your data, and then maybe send it or save it back in Excel format or in any format of your choice. So Python is very, very versatile. It's very, very flexible. You can be able to visualize and analyze anything with Python.
Yeah, Mohammed Ahmed, you can unmute your mic and ask your own question. Mohammed Ahmed.
Any other question pertaining Python or programming in general?
Yes.
If you have any
Mohammed
question,
Ahmed, go ahead. The next person raising their hand up, Adelaju Adekola, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Please, I was unable to download the app on iPhone. Please, how can I do that, sir?
okay, the text editor.
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. We'll be sharing an alternative way of writing code with iPhone. Don't worry. We'll be resolving that later. We'll be resolving that later. Then do check your forums for the solution, please.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Then Ovieje Sukobaru Kewe, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Thank you, sir. Are we going to be getting the PowerPoint slide after the class?
Yes,
okay.
You'll be getting that.
Hello?
Yeah, do you get what I said?
Okay, yeah, you're gonna be just do check for your forums, and then the slide and the ebook that I'm going to be designing will be shared with you guys later on.
All right, thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem.
Next person, Double G, unmute your microphone and ask your question. This is bonus time we're using.
I have Anaconda, though I don't really know, because he was talking about PyChat. I was to download PyChat. And I have Anaconda, which has Jupyter notebook installed in it. I don't know if it's actually usable on my system. Can I use it for the training?
Okay, so if you're familiar with Anaconda and you can be able to find your way with Anaconda, you can be able to follow along as well. That means if you are comfortable with following along with Anaconda, you can be able to follow this course.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, there's a question. Olayemi Samuel. Oh.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for this wonderful opportunity. I actually want to ask this, and I think I asked that in chat box already. The main aim of me attending this course this training is to be able to use Python for data analytics. And I asked earlier, is it possible, because I'm trying to get the basis of Python, because for data analytics, can it, like for a beginner, will it be easy for me to use Python for data analytics if it is applicable?
Okay, that's an amazing question. Python actually has libraries that are built specifically for data analysis. For example, we have NumPy for mathematical computation, which is a library that is already built into Python. We have data visualization libraries. We have like Seaborn, which are all libraries that you can be able to analyze and visualize data. We also have Pandas, which is specifically designed for exploratory data analysis. So, but in order to work with those libraries efficiently, you really need to know the basic of programming with Python, like the syntax of Python, before you jump into data analysis with Python.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, the next person, unmute your mic and ask Uche Dalu. Uche Dalu.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I
can
can hear
you. Go ahead.
Please, how can you download the Python programming app in laptop?
Go to the forum, you'll see the instructions. The instructions were dropped on the WhatsApp platform. Review the forum for instructions. We'll chat any of the numbers on the flyer for more information. Hassan Sanusi Kani, you can unmute your mic and ask a question.
Excuse me, moderator. Please, if we keep entertaining these questions, please, after this, I will suggest that anyone that has further questions should drop it on WhatsApp, and we'll forward it to the presenter. When he addresses those questions, we'll send it to them there, so we can manage this time, please.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is at this point of the day that we come to the end of this program. Once more, we want to thank Moh'd Ak Yerima for this marvelous presentation he has done thus far. However, we thank the participants more for your time and for your patience. We also want to encourage the students, most in particular, for whom this program was centered and focused towards. So please don't let your time be wasted. Maximize this little time you have at home and ensure that by the end of the day, you should be able to achieve something maximum from this. We want to assure you all that this is not just any other training like the ones you see out there. We have made up our mind to give you all the best, and we are not going to relent our effort to that. As well as we want to thank the trainer, who is somebody who is not just charismatic, is passionate, and he's one person that is willing to do his best to ensure that we have the best out of this training. That is why all the materials that will be used are going to be shared to us via the various platforms. So let's stay tuned. Let's hook up. Let's not forget tomorrow, 9 p.m. on the dot, we are starting. So by 8:55 p.m., we'll start letting people into the Zoom platform. And by 9 o'clock on the dot, we'll close the Zoom platform and people only have to join us either on YouTube or on Facebook, or as well, you can visit our website, nuesaNational.org.ng. So please, thank you all for your day. As Yerima, I want to thank you very, very much for being with us. The National President also wants to thank you very, very much for pioneering this great program. And as well as in absentia, we want to thank the Deputy President of NSC, that is Engineer Margaret Oguntala, for being here with us to grace this program. Thank you all for your time, and see you all tomorrow by 9 p.m. on the dot. Nice day to you all. Thank you all for being with us. God bless you all.